You've mentioned publicly that you
Yeah.
aren't the founder of Gossip24.
Yes, yes, I am
So
not.
if you'd want to throw light on that, that
Yes, yes. So when I joined Gossips24, there were seniors, the likes of Bridget, Akrasi, and the rest were already there when I joined Gossips24. So at the time, we were a crew of I think three. My boss, Madam Bridget. Early Raiders didn't yield anything. So I started my own thing called GH Gists. So that's where it started from. But when I started GH Gists, by the grace of God, I couldn't renew my domain and my hosting. Yes, I'm saying by the grace of God because that
led
path,
you.
yes, led me to Wild Out Ghana. So I started working for Wild Out Ghana, writing for Wild Out Ghana. And then from Wild
My name is Yaw Agyei, and welcome to Life After School. Does school really determine your future, or that is what we've been told? For years, we've measured success by grades and degrees. But what if life has other plans? In a world where dropouts build empires and top students still struggle, it's time we ask real questions. Welcome to Life After School, the podcast where we explore the truth about education, success, and everything in between. Whether you're a straight A student, a university dropout, or just trying to figure things out, this is the space for you. Let's challenge the system, hear real stories, and also discover what really shapes our future beyond the classroom. Life after school. School ends, but the journey doesn't. Hi, and welcome to Life After School. My name is Yaw Agyei. So, in the dissemination of news in Ghana, we heavily relied on newspapers. Some of these newspapers were Top Story and PMP. Today, news has moved to online platforms. One of such platforms that gives Ghanaians and the diaspora authentic news is Gossip24. Today, I am privileged to welcome the lead anchor of Gossip24 TV. He goes by the name Clement. Welcome, Clement, to Life After School.
Thank you, Wafaya. Thank you so much for having me. I mean, it's a pleasure.
And I am very honored to have you on Life After School.
Well, I am rather honored that I even have life after school.
So, Clement, for the purposes of today's conversation, we would want
Yes,
to go
please.
into your academic and
Yeah,
career journey. So,
yeah.
without wasting much time, I want you to take us back into time. Where did it start for you in terms of your academics?
Okay, in terms of academics, once again, greetings to your cherished viewers. I am so blessed that I am coming on this platform. I mean, it's an honor. You don't know how much I beg Brian to put me on. So, so yes, so it all started from Big Boss. There was a school at Ashaman Middle East called Big Boss, but now it's collapsed. So that's where it started from. And then I remember my Madam Martha Agude. I remember her so much because she used to knock me a lot, a lot. And I'm sure perhaps that's the reason I'm able to think that sharp on my feet. So credit to Madam Martha Agude from Big Boss. So from Big Boss, I was supposed to attend Clementina, but then there was no room for yeah, Clementina. It's a Roman Catholic school.
Okay.
Clementina. Yeah, so I was supposed to attend Clementina, but when I was taken to Clementina, they said there was no room for me in class two. So they wanted to take me to class one. Mind you, I was moving from KG2 to straight to class two, right? And my parents wanted me to move straight to class two. They didn't want to take me to class one. So then Clementina was ruled out. And then I went to Providence. So Providence, fortunately, they had room for me in class two. Wrote the exam. So that's where it started from. And I was in Providence throughout to JHS 3. And then I moved from JHS 3. Unfortunately for me, I didn't go to a boarding school because I was very smallish.
Okay.
I was very, very smallish. So when I was done with JHS, all the boarding schools were ruled out. So I was left with Chemu Senior High School in Tema Community 4. So I went to Chemu Tema Community 4 and I did general arts. And back then, when I went to school, I wanted to take the easy route because I just wanted to be done. And Charlie, my mind was money, 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 money. I want to work and make money and all like that. So when I went to the senior high school, I didn't pick the difficult programs. So I just chose general arts, literature, CRS. I tried doing economics, but I was like, listen, more year long the door. Means, curve, what, ends and means. That is not my thing. So I went straight to the French class. I did French. So these were my electives aside the core. And then, yeah, I was in at five. So from Chemu at five, once we were done, remember,
Mhm.
my focus was make money. That has been my idea all along. That school need I don't want to be in the classroom. It's boring for me. That's how I felt. It was boring for me. So
Mhm.
after senior high school, I started teaching. Though I was underage, I just went straight to the classroom to teach. And fortunately for me, I was giving class one. And I I must say I did a pretty good job with the pupils in class one till. So I taught for about 3 to 4 years, and
Okay.
then I finally decided that the teaching is becoming boring for me, so I have to leave because I used to see the kids, right? Once they are done with their BEC, they come back to the school, and I'm like, these people are growing, they are catching up.
With you.
They are catching up very soon. They'll become richer than me, bro.
Hmm.
I have to snap out of this mentality of still staying in the classroom and all of that. So I just left. It was a decision one day decision that I'll go back to school.
Hmm.
And then I went back to school. But again, my parents are very strict. So, like I said, they didn't want me to go to the boarding school. And now I was going to school, right? So they wanted me to go to a school in Accra or
Accra.
something. And I was like, nah, no, I would rather go to Koforidua. So they were like, okay, if you want to go somewhere outside Accra, then there is no other option for you than your brother's school. So they took me to Koforidua Technical University. So it wasn't like an option that I could pick from, right? It was
Hmm.
just, we are deciding for you. You want to go to school, go here because your brother is there. So I went to Koforidua Technical University. And my brother used to bring a lot of computers home, right?
Hmm.
Growing up, he exposed me to computers a lot. I'm always grateful to him that I don't know why he didn't do anything IT, but I ended up doing something in IT. So I always give credit to him in that regard. So I went to Koforidua Technical University and then I studied computer network management. And then from there, I was supposed to do my degree. But again, remember, I told you the classroom has always felt boring to me
Boring
because,
to you.
yes, one way or the other, I find my way around acing and making the grades. So, it becomes boring that I'm sitting here, I can make the grades. Okay, so if I can make the grades, why should I still be sitting here? So after Koforidua Technical University again, I decided to do courses online rather than
Hmm.
going back to the classroom. So I just decided to study on my own, and that has been the journey ever since.
Okay, so thank you for giving us that introduction into your academic journey.
Yeah,
I want us to go back to when you started teaching, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
you have been a teacher before, and you
yeah.
also um, have been to the senior high school. Um, how long did you teach for before going back to school?
I taught for almost 4 years. Yes, almost four
Okay,
years.
so that goes into my question. There's that session that once you finish senior high school,
Yeah,
you should transition to the next steps, which could be the university or let's say the tertiary level right away,
yeah,
regardless of your financial background or regardless of you having an informed decision as to what you would go do in the university. So, with you having the benefit of hindsight and also being a teacher before, I
yeah,
want you to advise, or I want you
yeah.
to share your opinion on transitioning into tertiary right after SHS. Would you advise students to go in, even though they might not be ready? Or would you advise them to take their time? So you can give your reasons.
Okay, so ready is subjective, right? Ready is subjective. As for decisions, I'm not going to advise anyone to go immediately or maybe wait for some time. But the thing I can say is know what you want to do. After senior high school, do you have an idea of what you want to become?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to think through it. Don't just hear or maybe listen to conversations that, oh, I went to KNUST. Oh, I'm going to UCC. Oh, I'm going to Central University. Oh, I'm going to KTU. Oh, I'm going to LEG. No. Sit down, look at where you find yourself. What do you want to become? What kind of program do you think will make you job ready?
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you have a goal of maybe in 5 years' time you want to become a lawyer, okay, think through it. Which university would you attend that will make you a lawyer in 5 years' time?
Mm-hmm.
So know what you want to become. That's the best advice I can give to anyone, right? With whatever you want to become, if let's say Legon wants to introduce a program for what you want to become in the next 2 years, there is no need for you to rush to KNUST. Wait for Legon to introduce that program. 2 years prior to that program, you might have figured a few things out, and then maybe you even have a new idea of what you want to do actually, right? So whether ready or not is subjective, like, but the most important thing is know what you want to become. Like
Okay.
whatever you want to be, just know.
Yeah. So in terms of that conversation, right? Do you think that seeking professional help when it comes to knowing what you want to become? So, say parents and students sitting down with professionals to be able to determine a career path or an academic path for
I
their
won't let you
boys.
land with your question. See, this thing is very, very important. I wish I had one. I always tell people, I don't know if that thing is available. That is available in Ghana. Here in Ghana, I don't know. But if it is, I would advise every single individual to seek such help. And that's why I didn't let you land because I was thinking about it, right? That okay, if there was something of this sort, or maybe we had people who were even coming to our senior high schools to orient us, okay, to make us to 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 make us think critically about the decisions we are going to make after senior high school, career focused decisions, right? I am
Mm-hmm.
sure I'm sure I would have cut a lot of years
Mm-hmm.
to get
To
to a
make the
certain
money.
point. Yes, I'm very, very sure.
Okay.
So I always ask. That's why I didn't let you learn. It is very, very important. See, if whoever is watching this video, if there is an office of the sort, or if there is any professional of the sort offering such advice or counseling or guidance or whatever, go for it. Grab it. It will reduce, like maybe if it will take you 10 years to figure out things for yourself, right? With the
Mm-hmm.
right guidance, I'm thinking that you can achieve it in 5 years. Because then this person is able to point you to, okay, do this, go here. These people will give you these resources. These resources are available for you to achieve this or become this person. So that is a no-brainer. Just go for it.
So, to the viewers at home, Clement has said it all. If you are looking for such service, I probably could be the one for you. I am a human resource specialist. I specialize in
Okay.
talent acquisition. And also, I've been through the Ghanaian education system. I have traveled outside, and I am looking to advise students on career and academic choices. So, coming back into the conversation with Clement. So, Clement, in terms of your career in content
Yeah.
creation, it is
Yeah.
actually very admirable what you do in content creation. So, at what point did you realize that content creation could be a real career path for you?
By God's grace, I think it all started as a passion. That was during my teaching days, right? Like I said, the classroom
Mhm.
became boring for me. So I decided to find out new stuff. So one day I just woke up and I decided to organize events. But then I couldn't do it alone, so I had to bring my area boys, my friends at home together, and we created a group called LE Raiders. So when we created LE Raiders, the ideas were such that we needed a website, social media pages, and all of that, right? Who is going to create it? I offered to create those groups and create the website. So that is where it started from. When I started searching on blogs, I landed on a lady called Melissa Griffin. So
Okay.
Melissa Griffin was at the time one of the top earning bloggers in the world. So when I landed on her profile, I read about her and I saw the figures, how much she was how much she was making, you know. So I was like, okay, this thing serve at a point if we write news join. So that's what I told my friends, that we can even publish entertainment articles for people and charge them money, publish songs for the area boys. At the time, some of them were doing rap. Shouts to Opabeni and the likes. They were doing rap, so you could publish their songs and take the 50 Ghana CDs, share their songs on social media and all of that. But early Raiders didn't yield anything, you know. So I started my own thing called GH Gists. So that's where it started from. But when I started GH Gists, by the grace of God, I couldn't renew my domain and my hosting. Yes, I'm saying by the grace of God because
It
that
led
path,
you.
yes, led me to Wild Out Ghana. So I started working for Wild Out Ghana, writing for Wild Out Ghana. And then from Wild Out Ghana, the skills I acquired there, I got employed at GH Casa, owned by Jibril. So Jibril employed me, put me on salary. So it was under Jibril that I started earning cash,
Okay.
right? At Wild Out, the hosting was made available. 3Coins made all the tools available for me to work because I have the passion. But under GH Casa, Jibril started paying me salary. He started giving me cash, bonus, and every you publish an article, he gets a gig, he gives you something, gives you data. I was on salary and I was doing good. Then I left GH Casa and I joined Gossips24 by the grace of God. So the reason I'm saying that by the grace of God, I wasn't able to renew my domain was because if I had renewed my domain, I wouldn't have joined Wild Out Ghana and the rest. I would have been in my own small box doing my thing. But because I wasn't able to, God led me to Gossips24. And then at Gossips24, we weren't doing videos, we were just writing articles. Until one day, the idea came after a fufu session with my boss. The idea came, and then he said, let's go straight to this person's house and record a video. So we went there. My first video, I'm never showing that video to anyone. My first video.
So,
It's proper from grass to grace. That video will tell you, yeah, how far God has brought us.
I,
So that's
I, I think if Gossip24 hits 1 million subscribers, probably you could show people where you guys started from. And I know you've mentioned publicly that you
yeah.
aren't the founder of Gossip24.
Yes, yes, I am
So
not.
if you'd want to throw light on that, that
Yes, yes. So when I joined Gossips24, there were seniors, the likes of Bridget, Akrasi, and the rest were already there when I joined Gossips24. So at the time, we were a crew of I think three, my boss, Madam Bridget, and myself. Then I joined Gossips24. But I was creating a lot of problems. I was the one who was maybe sparking a lot of controversies online. You understand? So yeah, it got to a point where um, some had to leave, some had to join, and now I became like let's say the senior member
most
of the
person
team.
there.
Yes, senior most person, something of the sort. Then we started the videos, and my boss trusted me by God's grace to leave operations in my care that okay, now you can take care of this whilst I take care of the administrative stuff. So basically I was overseeing maybe what goes out, what doesn't, and all of that. If there is a problem, he oversees it, right? If I go and cause a problem right now, I'm not the one going to
He
solve the
waters
problem.
it down,
Yes, he solves the problem because I don't know how to solve problem. I know how to create problems.
create the problems. Okay,
Yeah,
so
so that's how it has been till it got to a point where we had Gossips24 TV and
Mm-hmm.
the rest, and now he said, God has brought us far. We have a lot of people joining now, so he wants to elevate me from just being the senior most worker
Mm-hmm.
to
To
maybe
a
a
partner.
partner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So yeah,
So, without jumping the gun, right? I just want to
yeah,
hop on that conversation before going back.
yeah,
Um, a lot of the time, I have
yeah,
heard and seen a lot of channels go down
yeah,
because of controversy when it comes to the sharing of money.
yeah.
What has kept you and your boss together for so long?
We don't like money. It has never been about the money. We don't like money. We don't like money. By God's grace, I can tell you for a fact that by God's grace, we don't like money.
Mm-hmm.
Because people who reach out to us to resolve issues and all of that, if they are watching this video, they know that if we at Gossips24 we loved money and we were doing this for money, Brian, okay, we would have been billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
But by God's grace, I think we are content.
Mm-hmm.
We are okay with where we find ourselves by God's grace. So we don't care about anything. All that matters is the job should go on. That's
Mm-hmm.
all. If we have all the tools to work, the rest is bonus.
Mm.
The rest is bonus. Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to go back, right?
Yeah.
When you decided to do content creation,
Yeah.
I, I am in your house right now.
Yeah.
Clement goes to his parents, tells them, "This is what I want to do." What was that scenario like?
I never told them. By God's grace, I didn't have to tell them.
They saw you on TV.
So my mom
Mm-hmm.
and my dad, my brother and my sister, they are very, very supportive, right? They are very, very supportive, but they are not internet people. They are not everywhere on social media or on the internet. But trust me, whatever I do, they hear of it and then they ask me, maybe if there is a problem or something, they ask me. They read all the comments as well on social media. So we
Mm-hmm.
can be having a conversation. My mom will say, she saw this comment, I should work on it or something of
Mm-hmm.
the sort. So there has never been a day where I had to tell them that, oh, this is what I'm going to do. No, I just did it and they just saw it and they were like, gracias, we are with you. That's all. Provided, what matters the most is, provided you don't stop worshiping God.
Mm.
That's it. Right? The only thing that can cause anything in our home is when you drop your faith. Once you are holding on to your faith, you can even decide to be a dancer.
That's okay with them.
It's okay with them. You can decide to show pot belly on TikTok. It's okay with them.
Well, that is still content as well. So,
Yeah,
in terms of your education, right? With
yeah,
what you studied at Koforidua Technical
yeah,
University,
yeah,
and even through your formation years, Madame Agode, to not going to Clementina, right?
yeah,
Till,
Clementina.
till date, how would you say your education influenced your job as a content creator?
It did a lot. It did a lot. So let me start from Providence Senior High. It was at Providence that Madam Emma Morrison, an astute journalist, came to our school, and then I admired her so much. I still have that image of Emma Morrison standing before us during assembly. I still have it. I still remember that day like it was just yesterday. So that's where it started from. And then in our class, I was more or less like um, a record keeper. Like if there is any event, I could play back the
Mm,
event, right? I could play back the event, and I love teasing people a lot. So I keep these memories just so that when the time is up
mhm,
and it's your get back, I'm able to dish it out to you
mhm,
properly. And when I got to the senior high school, I was a bit shy. I wasn't. like when I was in maybe GHS.
Junior high school.
At the senior high school, I became a reserved person and all of that. And in tertiary, I decided that listen, this is the job I'm going to do, so I have to go out. So one of the things that influenced it a lot was when I got the position as my department PRO, computer science department. I was a PRO, and later I became the faculty PRO. And so, it involves a lot of talking, a lot of publications, and all of that. So those rules also guided me in being whatever people see today. And I also remember that I stood for a position
Mm-hmm.
in campus, GNUPS, Ghana National Union of Polytechnic Students.
Okay.
Yes, I contested, but I lost. I lost by I think 37 votes. Boachi whipped me, basa basa basa. I lost. So, but the reason I appreciate that period was because it pushed me out of the box. I was used to speaking to people in my faculty and my department, right? But now you are contesting a whole university position. You have to go to be tech students, weekend students, and all of that, lecturers. You
Mm-hmm.
have to go out there, marketing, purchasing and supply, go and talk to people, socialize. All my universities, anybody who knows me would attest to the fact that I only attended two parties on campus, two parties. And those parties I attended because I was vying for a position. Otherwise, I would have been in my
Yeah.
shelf, right? So I appreciate those moments a lot. They changed a lot of things for me.
So, with that submission, right, it takes me into an interesting conversation.
Yeah,
If you look at the NDC right now, and even looking
yeah,
at the MPP, and looking at people who work in the media space. So, for example,
yeah,
someone like Edem Agbana, he
yeah.
was SLC president at the University of Ghana. I know Okujeto Ablakwa, I know
Mhm.
the Ashanti Regional Minister, they all were, I believe, National Union of Ghana student presidents. And
Okay.
even if I am looking at someone like Zion Felix, I know he worked at Radio Universe and
Yes, you did.
transitioned into media.
Yeah,
Bolare did same, and there are a lot of them, right? I
yeah,
want us to speak to students at the tertiary level. If you were to advise them in terms of getting involved in extracurricular activities at the
yeah.
university, what would you say to them?
Great question. So I would tell them to pick the ones that align with their goals. For instance, personally, because I wanted to be, um, because we were going to commence production on YouTube and all of that, I I was intentional at a point by God's grace. I started working at KTU Radio. It's a campus radio station, right? But I started from DJ disc jockey. So at night, when you hear the coos and the onyame for it was me behind the ones and twos doing all that. And then I understudied. I understudied um, the morning show hosts and all of that, DJ election and the rest, campus shows. I understudied all of them, became a panelist. So this was me, though I wasn't attending parties because I knew I wanted to go this way, right? After school, I started involving myself in these activities on campus. So this was like my extracurricular activities. If I'm not by my book, I am at the studio behind the ones and twos, learning, doing whatever I had to do. There were times where I could put this were they were not good. They are not ethical, but I could kill the song. Maybe there is about a playlist with about 100 songs, right? There's a playlist with about
Mm-hmm.
100 songs. I could kill it and then go to the other room in the studio and study because the Wi-Fi in the radio station is very, very fast, top
Mm-hmm.
speed. So I'll use that for my assignment while the music is playing. So this was something I was doing in school. So if you are in school, just involve yourselves in things that align with your goal. If you want to become an athlete, you can represent your department. If you want to become a radio presenter, you can volunteer. They will not pay you, but volunteer for free. Do the stuff that will not maybe affect your studies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say if you can go on radio for 3 times in a week and it will not clash with any class session, feel free, do that, because in the future you want to be like Zara Felix, you want to own a page like GH page, or maybe any other radio station you want to work there, whatever, feel free, do it. If it's politics, you can start. Don't go for presidency, because maybe presidency, you don't have the fans, you are not handsome, you are not beautiful, you know, you don't have the vim. Because me, I'm not handsome, I'm not beautiful, right? You don't have the vim, you don't have the charisma. You can start from secretary. You can start from secretary. You can start from PRO. You can start from organizer if you're a party type, but be reasonable about how many times you are partying, because you want to go somewhere. Because if you do Yawa there, tomorrow, if you are coming to contest and we know you that you are an organizer and you embezzle some funds, we will sit on radio and refer you. We remind, so know where you want to go and align yourself. There is nothing wrong with doing all these things.
So, in terms of your work as a content
Yeah,
creator, right?
yeah,
You are noted for being someone who does a lot of research,
yeah.
someone who presents information which 99% of the time is credible. At what point did you decide that this is going to be my hallmark? I know sometimes you even hold a lot of stories back because you don't have all the information yet. At what point did you decide that that was going to be the hallmark of your content creation?
So by God's grace, I don't know, but one way or the other, God just gave me a lesson, right, to put me back on track. Because at the time, um, though we were doing the job, we were just publishing anything at all. If Brian posts breaking news, a big tree has fallen in the Upper East region or Ashanti region or Greater Accra region, we will pick it. Breaking news, big tree, you know, we will just pick it raw like that. So at a point, I think by God's grace, I was misled at a point. I won't say I was misled as in maybe the information was false, because I always say that fake news is on two grounds, right? It could be that the shirt is black. The shirt I see here is black. There is a black shirt here. But then after the editing, okay, or maybe you are going to edit, I come out to say that, oh, I saw a black shirt on Riverside Studio. I saw a black shirt there. Brian hears that, okay, Clement has already said a black shirt. He edits the black shirt and makes it blue or green or something. It could be that indeed I saw a black shirt,
Yes.
but after production, the shirt has become blue. Is it fake news?
No.
Who determined that it is now fake news?
Well, the viewers would determine.
No, it is Brian,
Yeah,
the
that's
person
true.
involved in the story.
Yeah, that's true.
You get it? So at the time, the person involved in the story we did, made it that I was misled, right? So I
Oh,
learned
okay.
my lesson. Yeah, so by God's grace, I learned my lesson from that. And then I decided that, God, if you are going to make me do this, give me wisdom in doing this. So the wisdom just came, and it was not just my wisdom. My boss also just felt like, listen, now we have to go an extra mile. Now we have to get more hands. Now it can't be just you. So God guided us in that way, that now one mostly Saudi weni mienu hwɛ toa baako mu a ɛbɔ, right? But say bi ever say toa baako no, sɛ wo afa mienu anhwɛ mu na sɛ obi di mienu hwɛ mu a na ɛbɔ a wo nso betumi de wo naba bɛhwɛ mu bio. So whatever is in the toa that you want to use the two eyes to look into, definitely before all the eyes will go, then you see whatever is in the toa. So now, by God's grace, we have more hands and we have more heads thinking together, doing more research and all of that. And it all started from that one incident that I think that God brought, and then it became a wake up call.
So my last two questions before I let you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah,
So if you were to be designing a life after school course to
yeah,
prepare Ghanaian youth uh, what three topics or what three courses would you teach them to prepare them for life after school?
Wow, that's a tough one. I've never thought of this before. I've never thought of it. But I think if there were three courses, um, hmm, I would design a course on finding out who you are. Okay. So, like, who are you? What are you? And where do you want to be? Maybe these three areas are places where I'll develop a course on. So, who are you? What are you? And where do you want to be? Or maybe where are you? Then I take you to the next level. So wherever you are, once I'm able to identify who you are, what you are, because who we are and what we are, they are two different things, right? We are who you see that we are, but whatever we are indoor, we are behind the closet. So maybe to you, I am Gossips24, but to me, when I go indoor, I am a hacker. Maybe when
Yes.
I go indoor, I am a cafe boy, or
Mm-hmm.
something. So if I am able to figure out that no, you are just doing this just because society is okay with it, but then you have a talent that you are keeping, you are shielding because someone is not cool with. Maybe we can convert that talent to a positive thing, right? And then we see where you are currently, and then navigate around that to take you to a different level. So these are the three things that I think if I were to be in that position to design a course for people in terms of their career and all of that, I'll focus on who you are, what you are, and where you are currently.
Okay. So, your last words to people that would sleep on your channel, people who are looking forward to see the bell to say Gossip24 has posted. I want you to send them a message.
So before I send a message, okay, I'll also be glad if there is a course on financial literacy,
Okay.
you know. So if you are going to do that for us too, that will be grateful, right? Because the only thing I knew during SHS time was susu, how to do susu, and buy phone and cell phone. But I'm sure from Circle. So back to that. For people who have subscribed, those who always refresh YouTube just to see our content, I mean, I can't repay them, and I always attribute it to the God factor. It's by God's grace that even 1% thinks of Gossips 24. It's by God's grace. I mean, it's not because there are people who are handsome than me. Look at Brian is handsome.
Oh
Brian is
no,
a nice
please.
looking.
I
If you
beg
put
you.
Brian and myself at Mr. Ghana, so I don't have grace than Brian. I'm not handsome than Brian. I'm not richer
Please,
than Brian,
I beg
right?
you.
So I always think of it as it is God. If God directs them, I pray that God blesses them as well, so that whatever click does not go in vain. So they should also pray that God gives us more wisdom, not just myself, but every single person that Gossips 24. God gives us the wisdom so that we will be able to deliver. And we may not be 99% as Brian said. That one I know it is fanfooling. It is never it is never going to be 99. Maybe let's say 80%, right? Because we are not perfect. We are not the best. We are not perfect. We are not the best, but we will be better. I keep telling every single person that we will be better. We will do better. And trust me, we will not disappoint you. If we disappoint you, I'll come and I'll apologize that I disappointed you. I'll bear the responsibility that we disappointed you. Until then, by God's grace, we will not disappoint you and we will do our best for you. God bless you too.
Thank you, Clement, from Gossip24. Clement is
Thank you too.
the lead anchor from Gossip24 TV, and he did grace us today with his presence. So, to the viewers at home, if you listen to Clement today, he is saying that take responsibility of your mistakes. So, in moving forward, I would entreat you to like, share, and subscribe to life after school. See you
And
next.
please patronize Brian. Please patronize him. He's
Tell them.
giving professional counsel. Please,
Tell
it's
them.
very, very important. Some of
Tell
us,
them. Oh.
if we had known,
Hmm.
we wouldn't have raised Meta and done Pongpo and worked at B5 and Santor and whatever. So God bless people like Brian for giving us professional guidance.
Okay,
God
Charlie.
bless you.
Thank you. Thank you, Clement.
Thank you, Brian.